Hey, you guys, don't forget that April the 29th at 8 o'clock, I will be interviewing Winter Harris from Love and Marriage DC. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention and following along with Winter. She's done a couple of lives on her own YouTube channel, and she did that interview with Queen Sheba. So we're going to not only be talking about Love and Marriage DC, but we're going to also be talking about some very interesting information that she has uncovered about the pay that they were getting on Love and Marriage DC and some of the working conditions that she worked under as it relates to Kingdom Reign Entertainment, which is Carlos King's company, honey. All right. On Friday, there's a new panel alert. You guys, myself and Shade in the City are teaming up, and we are going to be discussing I think it's called Never Ever Met or something. I don't think Never Have Met is the right name. I think it's called Never Ever Met or something like that. But we will be reviewing it immediately after the first episode, which debuts Friday. We'll be going live at I think 9:30. The show comes on at 8. We'll be going live at 9:30. So make sure you join us here. I will be on my other channel. So if you are not subscribed to the review channel, make sure you are subscribed. You know what? Corey kept telling me to link the channels. I keep forgetting to do it. Somebody remind me to link the channels. All right. Let's get ready to get into it. We got some things to discuss, honey. Dummy. Oh, I hit the wrong button, y'all. Okay, here we go. Hey, happy Thursday. Yes, I'm here a little early today because El Teddy is on travel this week. He goes on travel and he was not coming live. So I said, well, I'm gonna come live a little early because we're gonna go ahead and do OJ Simpson. We're gonna do part 2. I know Corey keeps telling me, and I keep forgetting, babe. I gotta remember. But we're gonna do the OJ Simpson. Hey Jane, how you doing, my love? I haven't seen you. Oh, you said you're back. Okay, girl. Okay. Well, welcome back. But we will be doing part 2 of Made in America, the OJ Simpson story. If you have not been watching, it is on Netflix. You can catch it. Episode 2 was really intense. It was really, really intense. So we're going to talk about that. It was actually, to be honest with you guys, if I wasn't planning on trying to review it with you, I don't know if I would have finished watching it last night, because at a certain point I was like, let me check and see how much longer I have on this episode. And I still had 30 minutes. And I was like, whew, it was heavy. It was very, very heavy. So we'll be back to talk about that. Probably whatever time this live ends, probably about an hour after that. So I don't know the time yet. I won't know until we're getting ready to get off of here. But the other announcement that I need to make, and then we're going to get into these stories, and I am going to do a separate video on this, but I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement now. I did talk to the lady in group sales today for the Mystics tickets. I gave her a date that I'm looking at. It's in August because I wanted to give us plenty of time to plan it, because there were some dates in June, but I didn't want to feel rushed. I know June sounds like a long way away, but it's really not that far away when you're talking about collecting money and giving people time to pay and things like that. So I chose a date in August. I believe it's hold on, because I don't have the paper in front of me, but I did take a screenshot of the paper so that I could tell you guys. Okay. August the 17th. That's either a Saturday or a Sunday. I was trying to choose a Saturday or a Sunday. So it's August the 17th. The game is Minnesota. Listen, you guys already know that Angel Reese, any of the Angel Reese games, any of the Caitlin Clark games, you guys know those tickets are like $400, $300. So I didn't even try to get any of those. This game, the tickets are very reasonable. The tickets are going to be on the Mystic side. I did do lower level tickets, so we'll be like in the 100 section. The tickets are very reasonable. The tickets are $36 per ticket. That includes everything. There's no extra fees. There's no extra When you buy group tickets, there are no fees or things like that. So it's $36 flat rate. They will also do a $56 ticket. The $56 includes $20 concession. So I asked her if I could mix it up because some people may want to do concessions, some people may not want to. But she said, yeah, she said we can mix it up, so just so you guys know. So for those of you that live locally, this is a DC, DMV, whatever you want to call it. This will be like a meet and greet situation. I'm going to do official flyer and stuff, but I wanted to get you guys information as soon as possible. So the tickets are $36 for just the ticket. If you want concession, the concession is, we're going to add $20, which is $56. And she said $20 usually covers if you want to get something to drink and, hot dog, popcorn, whatever. But you don't have to do that because, again, $36. And that's for lower level seats. There is, she will put those tickets on hold for a limited amount of time. And there is parking. There is parking. The parking is a third-party vendor. She said the parking is usually like $20 for the games. So you're going to be paying damn near as much in parking as you're paying for the ticket. But there is parking in the facility available. And I think she said there's parking like nearby. I asked her about restaurants or anything. She said that there isn't like an actual like restaurant that's really close. She said it's near it's near Nats Park, so it's not too far from where the Nationals play. And there's plenty of stuff to eat there. But she did say there's a place right across from this from the arena called Sycamore and Oak. She said it's like it sounded like almost like a farmer's market type of thing, where she said they do have like bars and they have like vendors and things like that. And she said people do meet over there before the game. So what I was thinking is that we would meet there before the game so I can hand out the tickets. Maybe we can have a cocktail or something and then go on in for the game. That way, nobody has to worry about looking for me and running around like, oh my gosh, where are you? Meet me at this door, meet me at that door. So yeah, that's the information. Once again, I'm going to do a separate video and I am going to put a flyer up so you guys can get the information. But I wanted to just let you know as soon as possible. The game is August the 17th. That's a weekend. Like I said, it's a Saturday or Sunday. I don't have my calendar. I'm not looking at my calendar. I put 20 tickets on hold. And I have till a certain date to release those tickets. So again, if you are interested, send me an email. Send me an email if you are in the area and that's a Saturday. Thank you, Tracy. If you are in the area and you are interested, send me an email. Put in the subject line, Mystics game. Please put in the subject line, Mystics game. And yeah, it was something else I was going to say and I forgot just that quick. So yeah, and I only, I'm not going to say only, I reserved 20 because I wasn't quite sure, but I figured between you guys and then, my own friends or whatever, I could get rid of 20 tickets. So yeah. Okay. That is it. Yes, Tracy, you can. Okay. WNBA, you want it? Yeah. So just email me. And like I said, I am going to do a totally separate video and I'm going to do a flyer that I'm going to post. Okay. Moving forward, and also if you just guys are in the area and you want to just catch a game, like I said, the games for the regular games were very reasonable. Again, any of the games with Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark are ridiculous. Like I think the Caitlin Clark tickets were starting in the 300s, which is great for the WNBA, but I'm not paying $300. So I ain't paying $300 to see an NBA game. So okay. With that being said, Cajun, if you are here or you are catching this in a replay, go ahead and put your timestamp at 11 minutes and 36 seconds because we're about to get into it and get into it. All right. Right. And that's why G said the Atlanta games were going so fast. Well, that's why it's a great thing that they're holding them for us for a certain period of time. So, okay. And yes, you can cash at me or, I'll let people know you can Zelle me. I don't know how to do my Zelle. Without, I guess I would have to give you guys my personal information, like my phone number or something to do Zelle. But I do have Zelle. But again, email me. If you don't have Cash App, just email me and we'll figure it out. If you're interested, if you're in the area, okay? And let me say this. I'm going to have to say this to you guys. There's a no refund policy, only because there's a no refund policy for me. Once I buy these 20 tickets, I am stuck with them. So if you buy a ticket and something happens, I understand things happen. But if I can't find somebody that wants that ticket, or there isn't somebody willing to take that ticket, I'm just going to have to, I can't, because I'm stuck with the tickets. So email for Zelle. Okay. I have to see which email, because I have my personal email and then I have my ReallyBTV email. So I have to see which email I have connected to my Zelle. It's probably my personal email, but I'll check it. Thank you. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, G. I may just change my email on my Zelle. Well, actually, how do I do another conversation? Let's get into it. So we got a couple of things that we need to cover today. All right. This news is a little bit old. I just kept forgetting to come down here and right. In other words, no refunds. But if I can find somebody to take your ticket, yes. But right now the policy is just no refunds. But again, if I can find somebody to buy your ticket, obviously I'll do that. And if I get more than 20 people that pay or whatever, I'll add more. I'll see if I can add more tickets. But I didn't want to block off too many tickets, and then I just wasn't sure. People, everything sounds like a good idea until it's time to do something, right? Okay. This news is kind of old. I think I saw this last week. I just kept forgetting to tell you guys about it. But the talk has been canceled. Now, personally, I don't care. I don't never watch the talk. Let me tell you something. I stopped watching the talk after season 1. Why did I stop watching the talk after season 1? Because after season 1, because remember, season 1 had Holly Robinson Peete and Leah Remini on there. And after season 1, they fired both of them. And Holly Robinson Peete said the way in which she was fired was very disrespectful. And I have loved me some Holly Robinson Peete since 21 Jump Street. And I didn't appreciate the fact that they fired her, because the only reason why I was even watching it is because of her, because I love her. And when they fired her, I said, oh, well, the show is right. So Jeff was like, if the show's still on, yeah. So we know that next season they are debuting an all-black soap opera. And so the time slot that soap opera is going to come on is the same time slot as the talk. I told y'all this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just going to repeat it because I think I might be right. I think soap operas are making a comeback on daytime television. Hey, Caribbean girl. Hey, listen. Caribbean girl, you're the one that I met, right? At the Kempire show, right? Yeah, I can see your picture. Your pictures are so, y'all. If y'all don't follow Caribbean, y'all follow Caribbean Girl on Instagram. I'm just for her. She has, are you a photographer? Oh my gosh, your pictures are gorgeous. She posts some of the nicest pictures around DC. She did a whole thing on the cherry blossoms when they first came in bloom. And now she's doing like Old Town Alexandria. If you guys live in the area, oh my gosh, you guys, if y'all don't follow her, y'all need to follow her. I think her Instagram is Caribbean Queen on Instagram. But anyway, all her pictures are gorgeous. Your pictures, like I want to print those pictures out and frame them. You have some gorgeous pictures on your Instagram. But I think daytime television is making a comeback, right? I told you guys, everything, what goes up must come down. Everything has a cycle. And for a while, I think that, and the thing I hate about network television is that one thing becomes a hit and then everybody wants to do it. Instead of maybe saying, you know what, that worked for them, but we're going to stay in our lane. So when The View was such a big hit, when it caught on and it became such a phenomenon, everybody wanted to do, because, for a while, daytime TV, talk shows were a big thing, right? And then talk shows sort of phased out. You had the Donnie Hughes, the Oprahs, the Sally Jesse Raphael, the Montel Jordans, Ricky Lake, Tyra had a talk show. And they sort of went out. But then talk shows, like the talk shows started coming back, but in a different. They started getting rid of all of the networks started getting rid of their daytime television. Their soap operas, I should say. I think Channel 9 is one of the few that held on. Like you still got Young and the Restless, and you still have what comes on after Young and the Restless. Don't they have the two that still come on? But like ABC got rid of everything except for General Hospital. And then NBC got rid of everything except for Not Another World. What still comes on NBC? Is it Another World? I think one of them still comes on NBC. But I think Bold and Beautiful. Okay, Bold and Beautiful comes on. All right. So I think that Bold and Beautiful comes on after Young and the Restless, right? Yeah. But I'm hoping that this new talk show, first of all, I'm here for it because it's Black, so I'm gonna be watching it. Days of Our Lives, that's it. Thank you, Social Jump. It's Days of Our Lives. I'm gonna be watching it because it's Black. Okay, I mean, let's just call a thing a thing. Days moved to Peacock. Oh, okay. So NBC don't have no. Oh, wow. Okay. And ABC, and I said this to you guys before. ABC did that, but I believe when ABC did it, they were ahead of their time because there wasn't as many people that was getting on the streaming apps. ABC had, it wasn't a streaming app. It was a cable channel, but you had to have that package. Like you had to have the extra package. And then there was the soap opera channel. It was coming on Soap Opera Net. And then soap opera channel went away. Like, I don't think it exists anymore. Reality TV is yes. Reality TV is definitely losing its momentum. It really is. We had that conversation, and we're gonna get to that when we get to Andy Cohen. But I feel like reality shows have sort of jumped the shark because people have to keep, going up, anteing up, and at a certain point, you cross lines that you can't come back from. I've said this a million times. I use the example of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Last season, I feel like they crossed a line with the storyline with Chris and Giselle. I do not believe the story. I do not believe Giselle ever felt threatened by Chris. I do not believe that Giselle ever felt like Chris was going to harm her in any way, shape, or form. I feel like it was a storyline plot that she thought was a good idea, and it went too far because the public didn't see it the way she saw it. And nothing corroborated it. Like there was nothing that corroborated the story. And then this season with the whole NECA Wendy thing, I stand by what I said. That things that just go too far. I stand by what I said. Yeah. Even the Real Housewives of New Jersey, we're dealing with real family. Teresa and Joe and Melissa, like that's a real family thing. Like that's real, No one really watches soap operas anymore outside of the elders. Gabby, hello. I don't consider myself an elder, and I watch General Hospital every day. Faithfully. Man, I don't consider myself an elder. Y'all might consider myself an elder, but I don't consider myself an elder. But I think soap operas, and again, I think that had ABC done it maybe 10 years after what they did, I think that All My Children and One Life to Live would definitely still be on their streaming app. I think it definitely would still be streaming because they were making it a little more racier because, of course, they weren't pigeonholed into the network standards. So the characters cussed a little bit more. They had a younger crowd. They brought in younger actors and actresses to play, the teenagers and the young adults. The older characters weren't the central storyline. Because I watched it. I watched All My Children and One Life to Live on the it wasn't an app, but it was like a cable channel, whatever it was. But I watched it. But it just didn't last long because one, I just don't think they had enough subscriptions. At the time, there weren't enough people subscribed. And then, I think it was hard for people like my mom, because my mom jumped over because like I told you, me and my mom used to watch One Life to Live. All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital faithfully every day. And she just couldn't, it was too much for her. It was too much newness, too much change. You know what I mean? But for people like me, I was here for it. General Hospital is my favorite. Yes, I love General Hospital. Like I said, I watch it every day. I still watch General Hospital every day. Sonny is my man, 50 grand. They done bought Jason back. Jason, you remember Jason quit because he didn't want to take the vaccine after COVID. But he back, honey. They done bought Jason back. They done took all the Carly money, which is good. Cause see, I like Carly when she's got a scrap. You know, Carly is the character you love to hate, but they done took Carly money. They done got her running the diner after Bobby done died. I'm here for it. Anyway, my granny watches General Hospital, Young and the Restless. So on my caregiver days, I watch them too. Yes, but that's how, I mean, I've told you that story a million times. That's how I started watching soaps. Was with my godmother, honey. Yeah, Sonny got a lot going on. And even the character that plays Sonny, Bernard, what's his first name? He's been so open and candid about his mental illness, dealing with depression, and the things that he has gone through in real life. Like I love how and I love how they infuse that his bipolar into his character. I love it. I follow him on TikTok. He is so funny on TikTok. Him and his granddaughter. He got his little granddaughter got him wrapped around her pinky, honey. If y'all don't, go follow him, go check him out on TikTok and see that granddaughter of his. And she black too. Well, you know what I'm saying. She mixed. Mm-hmm. She a little darker complected. Yeah, he does have a YouTube channel where he does and he has those conversations. I want to say I subscribed to it. I did watch Generations. I remember Generations, baby, and I was here for it. So listen, Tribe, we're gonna watch the new black soap. I think it's called The Gates. We're gonna watch it. Now, I'm not promising y'all that I'm gonna be able to keep up and do a day-to-day review. We might have to do a weekly recap. Monday, you know, I think a weekly recap is reasonable. I don't know if I could do a Monday through Friday recap. That's a lot. Yeah, I know that's a lot. But I think we could do a weekly recap. So homework assignment, we're going to watch The Gates and we'll do a weekly recap. But it doesn't debut until, I think it don't even debut until January. So we got time. Okay. All right. So I ain't expected to take, so y'all, we be talking. Okay. What's next? I got something. Hold on. Celebrities. I need all the celebrities to come down front, please. I need to talk to you. All of y'all. Come on. Come on down front. I need to talk to y'all. Line up. Just line up right here. Repeat after me. Celebrities. Only the celebrities. Repeat after me. The only reason why my DVR is clear, Chuck, is because I had to get a new DVR a couple of weeks ago. Oh, that's the only reason why it's clear. It's fast. It's filling up quickly. Abby said you didn't tell her about the meet and greet. Ain't nobody fooling with Abby. Celebrities, repeat after me. I will never, ever again, when I'm getting in trouble, ask the person in authority, do you know who I am? Hey, House of D, happy birthday, boo. Listen, can we stop doing that, please? First and foremost, nobody cares about who you are. Second of all, you shouldn't want them to know who you are. You are in trouble. The police are involved. You should want to stay under the radar. You shouldn't want them to know who you are. Glorilla got pulled over the other day for driving while intoxicated. Well, I know, but listen, D, you know my memory. I better say it when I'm thinking about it. the body cam footage has been released, and in the body cam footage, first of all, she failed all of the tests. She failed all of the tests. They gave her all of the tests, and she failed all of the tests. All of them. And then not only did she fail all of the tests, when they tried to give her the field sobriety, the breathalyzer, she said, no, thank you. Now, for all them people that was arguing with me, hey, Dovey, what's up? What's up, Dovey? For all them people that was arguing with me when I was talking about Cohen and how I said that generally speaking, when you refuse to take a breathalyzer test when you are under suspicion of driving while drunk, that is automatic grounds for arrest. For all them people that was arguing with me, like I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, they arrested her ass. Now listen, I know that the laws vary from state to state, jurisdiction to jurisdiction, but I always thought that was standard operating procedure. The fact that the police pulled you over because they thought you were drunk and you refused to take a breathalyzer to prove that you're not drunk, if nothing else, for safety reasons, it seems to me that you shouldn't be allowed to drive away. Hello? Excuse me? The police officer said he smelled alcohol and weed. You were in Georgia. Weed is not legal in the state of Georgia, ma'am. I know that we like to think that because some places made it legal that everybody just made it legal. It's not legal everywhere. Y'all really need to stop acting like weed is not illegal. It is illegal in some places. So if you get pulled over in them places, guess what? That's another charge. Now, I like GLO. I do. I like her. But we really got to stop. We really got to stop. Do you know who I am? Ma'am, you are a rapper. They got a couple of hits. Not only did that man probably not know who you were, but like he told you, he didn't care. Right, Nikki said if you refuse a breathalyzer in Chicago, you are getting charged. I mean, that makes sense to me. If the police officer pulled you over because he thought your ass was drunk, it makes sense to me. Thank you, W, for becoming a member. Thank you. Thank you, my love. I need to come up with something cute. I keep saying that. I may have to get Chef Don or somebody to make me something cute. So when people join my membership, I can play something for them. Thank you, W. Chuck say Indiana will lock you up too, honey. I thought that was just, I mean, I'm not even being funny. I thought that was standard operating procedure. And, you know, I've just come to the conclusion that sometimes people just like arguing with me. Sometimes people just like arguing. They just, if I say black, they just gonna find a way to say white child. I just, you know, GLO, we think you Tasha Mack. GLO, we think you Tasha Mack, Lil Mama, and Bow Wow at the same time. Oh, D. Now, don't do too much. Now, I like me some Glorilla. Now, don't do too much. Weed is also not legal federally. Absolutely is not. Absolutely is not. We're going to get them DM. I got her on the list, honey. We're going to get to her when we get to the Bravo stuff, child. I got her on the list. Okay. NBA YoungBoy. Now, I did a little quick drop on him yesterday. But just to give y'all a little bit of an update, NBA YoungBoy, who was already on probation, he was arrested yesterday on a bunch of stuff. I think he up to 62 charges at this point. Now, the 62 charges, y'all know they like to throw the book at you and see what's going to stick. But even with 62 charges, sir, what the hell? Really, what the hell? Let me read y'all a little bit of what they said down to the Hollywood Unlocked, honey. NBA YoungBoy appears to be in some deep trouble. As we previously reported, the rapper legally known as Cantrell Glodden was found himself entangled in a legal web involving a prescription fraud ring in Atlanta. Lord, I said Atlanta, in Utah. The artist, who has been under house arrest in Utah since 2021. Damn, 2021. Damn, I hope he live in a nice house. Can you imagine 2021? Was taken into custody by the Cache County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday, facing over 60 charges related to organizing a scheme that involved prescription thefts from pharmacists in the state. Oh, yeah, that's federal. Baby, that is federal. Is NBA YoungBoy the one that's the father of Mayweather's grandson? Is that NBA YoungBoy? For my people that keep up with these people. The investigation into his alleged involvement in the fraud ring began after he was identified as a suspect by the county sheriff's office. So what the heck were they doing? Well, the scheme reportedly revolved around individuals calling in fraudulent prescriptions using real doctors' names and fake patient information. Gladden's associates then picked up the medication from the various pharmacists. Oh, you going to jail. While speaking exclusively with KUTV News, Eric Stewart, a pharmacist at Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram, shared his experience of being targeted by the group, expressing relief that the suspicious activity was flagged before any prescriptions were filled. Stewart noted several red flags in the fraudulent prescription requests, including unusual medical terminology and quantities that raised suspicions among his team. Usually, you don't get a doctor's calling in a cough syrup themselves. That'll be a nurse or something. But then just their medical terminology was off. Quantities, he explained. The way they pronounced the things. Everything was suspicious. Yeah, ain't too many doctors calling in their own prescriptions. I ain't saying it never happens. But it ain't too many of them. Hell, nowadays, I know with me, when I go, nowadays, they can just go on the system. They say, who's your pharmacy? They just type it into a damn computer. So y'all say that this is Floyd Mayweather's grandson's father. Y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, they were worried about him. I didn't report it here because it just seemed like by the time I got ready to report it, then they changed it up. But remember they had that picture of him laying out with all the pills surrounding him, and they thought something, like they were really worried about him, but then they came back and said, oh, it was just a joke. It was just a joke. It's a stage photo. But yeah, baby, it's clear to me that he seems, well, in my opinion, that he seems to have some sort of an addiction. People who do stuff like this are desperate. It's not just about making money. I believe he has a problem. And unfortunately, people who have a problem usually make bad decisions. So I'm gonna pray that he get the help that he needs, child. That's all I can say. We're gonna pray he get the help he needs. Yeah, then they say Yaya was trying to get back with him. Well, ain't she the one that stabbed somebody over him? I mean, there's just some trouble in that whole situation. Talk about red flags. Sheesh. You can't get a controlled substance from a fax. It has to be handwritten. Oh, okay, Katrina. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, one of my prescriptions is a controlled substance, and I know that there's some serious limitations on some things. Let me just leave it at that. All right, where are we going next, honey? Try to say Shirley Strawberry finally filed for divorce from Ernesto. Listen, who am I to tell somebody when it's time to go, right? Who am I to tell somebody when it's time to go? But I don't understand what took her so long to file for divorce. Like, what was you waiting on? And I mean, word on the curb is that your marriage might not even be legal. Seems to me like you need to be doing the research to find out if your marriage is even legal, because you might be able to get the thing annulled and really move on with your life. I don't know. Pam read through the whole documents. Y'all know she went live earlier today and she read through the divorce documents. It sounds like pretty standard operating procedure for me as far as divorce is concerned. But I just feel like she need to do some research and find out if she's even legally married to this man, because allegedly he is still married to his first wife. Allegedly. And it seems to me if you can prove that he was never legally divorced, what's up, Star? That he was never legally divorced. And you could just walk away and just you know, you could just hit him with the she was waiting for that new contract from Steve. Child. That's what I'm saying, G. I don't know if they even really married or not. Yeah, if the marriage ain't real, she can get that thing annulled and really move on with her life, child, and really move on with her life. Well, anyway. Where we want to go next? Y'all know we're going to talk about Andy and Diddy last. So I'm trying to get some of these other people out the way, okay? We're going to get to Andy and Diddy last, okay? That's what you're waiting on. We're going to get to them in a few minutes. Where I want to go next? Well, let's just talk about the shit we did not ask for. Now, it is 252 of y'all in the chat. I hope all of you guys have hit the like button. We should be at about 200 likes, okay? 200 likes. If you are new here, go on and hit that subscribe button. We're 25 subscribers away from 16,500 subscribers. So we need 25 more subscribers to get us to 16,500, okay? My affiliate link is down in the corner. Thank you guys that have been clicking the link. I don't know if y'all buying anything, but I appreciate y'all checking it out. I switched it up today. Some of the things there are things you can find at Ulta. The things there are things you can find at Ulta. Well, but if you're new here, we play a little game here called Shit We Did Not Ask For. Now, if you are a member, you have your emojis and you can play along that way. But if you're not a member, you can still play. So I'm going to say something. Sometimes a TV show, sometimes it's some food, sometimes it's, you know, a reboot of something. And I'm going to tell you if it's something you asked for, right? If it's something that you asked for, something that you want, you can put a 1 in the chat. If it's something you did not ask for, put a 2 in the chat. If it's a hell no, go on and put a 3 in the chat. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser, my love. What's going on, you guys? So this slid across my desk today, honey. This slid across my desk. It is a Barbie-themed vegan mayo with Heinz. So it's pink barbecue. It's vegan barbecue sauce, and it's pink. It comes in this pink bottle. It's a Barbie theme. So I don't know about the pink part. I don't know if I want pink barbecue sauce, but it's mayo. I think we're missing. The reason why it's pink is because they done added mayo with the barbecue sauce. I don't even care that it's vegan. But why are we putting mayo in barbecue sauce? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing? The only time I want mayo to touch my barbecue sauce is on a burger. So I guess maybe people saying you could use that on the burger where it's already mixed. I don't know. I see a lot of 3s. Anybody? I think I would try it. Now, would I buy it? No, because it's probably $5 for this damn bottle. I wouldn't buy it, okay? But if I'm at a cookout this summer and I see it on the table, you know, with the condiments, I might try it. If I see it on the table with the condiments, I might try. No, I don't do mayo on my hot dogs. Just I will do a little mayo on my burger, but not my hot sauce. I'm gonna do my hot sauce now. Yeah, I would try. I'm gonna tell you, I would try it. Now, again, I'm not gonna buy it because again, it's gonna be $5 for that damn bottle. $6, $7, $8, $9. I don't know, but I'm not gonna buy it. But if I see it down to the condiment table, I would try it. Sarah says she's going to try it. Okay. G said they would try it on the burger. All right. Regular mayo's not. Yeah, that's why I had to change it, Vintage. I had to go up. I had to go from 5 to 9. Yeah. Yeah, I've never put mayo on a hot dog, but I will put mayo. I will put mayo on a burger. I will do that. And I'll put barbecue sauce on a burger. I don't put barbecue sauce on a hot dog. First of all, I very seldom eat hot dogs. Can I just start there? I very, very seldom eat hot dogs. I'm a burger girl. Now, I like half smokes. I know we had that conversation the other day. Y'all asked me what a half smoke was. I don't know. I just know it's not a hot dog. Okay. But it's a half smoke. I don't know. But I very, very, very seldom do hot dogs. Now, my daddy love hot dogs. My daddy love half. Matter of fact, I might go get my daddy some half smokes this weekend down to the Amish market. My daddy love him some half smokes. So I may go get him some. I might get him some of that this weekend. Is it Thousand Island without pickles? Is what Thousand Island without pickles? What y'all talking about? Oh, that's all. Thousand Island is just barbecue sauce and mayo. Is that what you're saying? Is that what it is? That can't be right. Hey Xavier, hey boo. Now I want to go to Costco and get hot dog. Yeah, I very, very seldom eat hot dogs. Okay, well, that's it. Again, if y'all see one down to the condiment table, y'all let me know. If you see one down to the condiment table, y'all let me know. Okay? If you go to someone's house that can't cook, just use that because it looks like Pepto-Bismol. You know what, Katrina? Thousand Island is mayo, ketchup, and relish. Huh. I don't think I wanted to know that. I always thought Thousand Island was some like, I mean, I knew it was easy to make. I knew it wasn't like that, but I didn't realize it was just that basic. I don't like barbecue sauce on my pizza. Yeah, Mr. Willie Brown like his on his pizza. Okay, y'all. Okay, let's see here. We'll be going next. Okay, in dummy category, and you are the biggest dummy. I need to get a clip of Fred Sanford calling Lamont a dummy, because this is the biggest you big dummy that I have ever known. Okay. Child. Jonte Porter has been permanently banned from the NBA. Why, you ask? Why has he been permanently banned from the NBA? He has been permanently banned from the NBA for gambling. Now, he's a former NBA player. He played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His annual salary was about, he was making a couple of $1 million. He wasn't a star player. He was making a couple of $1 million a year. Ask me how much he bet that got him banned from the NBA. Ask me how much he bet. $22,000. Sir, you lost a $2 million job for $22,000. Now, what they said was that here's the problem. NBA players can gamble, but they cannot gamble on basketball. There are 5,000 other ways to gamble. You can gamble on football. You can gamble on college basketball. You can gamble on college football. You can gamble on boxing. You can gamble on baseball. Hell, they take bets for anything if you go down to the playbook, and you can gamble on every damn thing except for the game you play. Not only was this fool gambling on basketball, he was gambling on his own team. And not only was he gambling on his own team, he was betting for his team to lose. I'm sure he's not the only one, but he's the one that got caught. He the one that got caught. Now, with gambling becoming a lot more accessible, with more states passing laws to allow online gambling, the online playbooks and stuff like that. I use those myself. I gamble on football. I don't really do a lot of gambling off season, but I gamble I gamble on football or whatever. But just dumb. Right. Have you ever heard of Pete Rose, sir? So let me read y'all what the statement that the NBA released. Now, the writing is small, so don't say nothing to me about me right here. The NBA announced today that Jontay Porter, a two-way player recently under contract, I'm sorry, it was the Toronto Raptors, not Minnesota, my bad. It was the Toronto Raptors, has been banned from the NBA. A league investigation found that Porter violated league rules by disclosing confidential information to sports bettors, limiting his own participation in one or more games for betting purposes, and betting on NBA games. The league's investigation found that prior to the Raptors' March 20 games, Porter disclosed confidential information about his own health status to an individual he knew to be a bookmaker. They said NBA bettor, bookmaker child. Another individual with whom Porter associated and knew to be an NBA bettor subsequently placed an $80,000 parlay proposition bet with an online sports book to win $1.1 million, wagering that Porter would underperform in the March 20 game. The league's investigation also found that Porter limited his own game participation to influence the outcome of one or more bets on his performance in at least one Raptors game. In the March 20 game, Porter played only 3 minutes, claiming he felt ill. Due to the unusual betting activity and actions of the player, the $80,000 proposition bet was frozen and was not paid out. In addition, from January through March of 2024, while traveling with the Raptors NBA G League or the Raptors 905, which is the G League affiliate, Porter placed at least 13 bets on NBA games using an associate's online betting account. These bets ranged in size from $15 to $22,000 for a total of $54,000. The total payout from these bets was $76,000, resulting in net winnings of $21,000. None of the bets involved any game in which Porter played. 3 of the bets were multi-game parlay bets that included one Raptors game in which Porter bet that the Raptors would lose. All 3 bets lost. The suspicious bets involving Porter's performance in the Raptors' March 20 game were brought to the NBA's attention by licensed sports betting operators and an organization that monitors legal betting markets. These findings are based on the information available to league investigators at the time. The league's investigation remains open and may result in further findings. The NBA has shared and will continue to share information with federal prosecutors about this matter. Child, again, at this point, I feel like you have a problem. And again, I understand wanting to gamble, but you can really, really, really. Did you not see? I didn't even have my glasses on and I was reading. How did I see your previous statement? I literally didn't even have my glasses on. Let me scroll up and see what El Teddy said, because I really didn't see it. See how this lady done planned a whole meet and greet without, oh God. Anyway, moving on. I'm not even entertaining none of that. Moving on. All right. If you were in my live yesterday, day before yesterday, if you were in my live, you would know how that whole thing happened. It was spontaneous, and I did not plan a meet and greet. Moving on. All right. So yes, this dummy has now thrown away. I mean, clearly, like I said, he wasn't a star athlete. However, he was making more money than I make, significantly more money than I make, and now you are permanently banned from the NBA. You dummy. All right, moving right along. El Teddy, it's not a meet. I'm not entertained. It's not a meet and greet. It's not a plan. Like I sat and planned a meet and greet. If you go back to my live from 2 days ago, you will see it was very spontaneous that happened. Sit down somewhere. Go pack. Don't you have something to do? All right. Child. Tasha Page Lockhart, gospel singer. Now, we talked about Miss Tasha Page Lockhart. I'm not getting mad. Shut up, El Teddy. Anyway, we talked about her when we were doing, what was it, Love and Gospel Music? What was the name of that show, child? Bad and Gospel, Gospel and Bougie. What was that show, that Carlos King show that they had over to the WeTV with the gospel people? And Tasha Page Lockhart was on there with her now ex-husband. Well, Tasha Page Lockhart said, she did a live the other day, and she said that she had just been sexually assaulted by a big-time gospel artist, and that she wasn't ready to talk about it yet. But when she was ready to talk about it, she was going to come down here and tell y'all all about it. Well, Larry Reid did a little live saying, hey, as soon as I know who it is, and y'all are going to be shocked to find out who it is. And as soon as I get, clearance to tell y'all who it is, I'm going to tell y'all who it is. Well, the other night, Larry Reid did a live with William McCrae. That's a whole nother conversation. If y'all don't know who William McCrae is, he's the Tasha K of the gospel world, right? He puts out this information. He's been sued for defamation and all kinds of stuff. But he puts these stories out. So him and Larry Reid did a live the other night. And he asked Larry, well, who is it? And Larry said, I can't tell you who it is. And he said, come on and tell me. Just come on and tell me. And Larry said, okay, I'll tell you offline. I'll tell you when we get offline. Okay? Well, next thing you know, William McCrae went down to his Instagram. I think it's called Obnoxious TV or something like that. Where he done posted the story about Tasha Page Lockhart. And he done told us who allegedly this person was, this big time gospel star, who she said grabbed her breasts, and not once, but twice. Allegedly, she's saying now, and I'm sure this came from Larry. I'm sure Larry told William, and William is putting it out there. But allegedly, it's Bobby Jones. Exactly, El Teddy. So what El Teddy said, I wouldn't tell Mother William McCrae the day of the week, much less no real tea. Exactly. So what I feel like is that Larry wanted the story out. If Larry did tell William McCrae, but it looks like Larry told him. And Larry wanted the story out. So rather than it come from him, he gave it to somebody who knew was going to repeat it. Because let's be clear, anything you tell William McCrae, he don't have no problem putting it out there. Okay. He going to say it. He going to put it out. He going to say it. Now they said it was Bobby Jones. Now let me say this. Although I give nobody any passes, if Bobby Jones put his hand on that woman, then he wrong. Okay. I'm giving nobody no passes. But Bobby Jones is like 120 years old. I mean, what Abby said. Bobby Jones used to have the show Down to the BET. Listen, what Abby said. Right. William McCrae has been very clear that he breaks the story. Larry tries to say, well, I don't speak on it until it's public. And William McCrae has been very clear. I make it public. So he knew if he was the one that told, he knew what was going to be done. Sarah, I ain't know Bobby was still here either if you want to know the truth of the matter. But now, mind you, she ain't said nothing. But allegedly, that's who it was. Okay, allegedly, that's who it was. Child, just messy. Just messy. All right, we got one more story before we get to Andy Cohen and Diddy. Okay, now they said that Wendy ex-husband was overpaid $100,000, and Wendy's estate, when the I'm sorry. Okay. Her guardian, thank you, Abby. I couldn't get it out. Her guardian said that the estate then overpaid the husband $100,000. Now, personally, I feel like the husband need to go somewhere and sit down somewhere, because we know he don't have no money, and somehow they done found this extra $100,000. Okay, somehow they done found this extra $100,000. Okay, I don't know. Y'all believe they overpaid that man $100,000, or do you think Wendy gave him an extra $100,000? Because remember, allegedly, this whole thing with Wendy and her money kicked off because there was some unusual activity that they thought was that Kevin was behind. I'm just telling you where this whole thing allegedly started. I mean, I'm just saying, allegedly, that's how it started, honey. Anyway, well, that's what it is. Now let's get into the things of the things, okay? So earlier this week, I saw another blogger report that allegedly Andy Cohen was in talks for his exit ticket out of Bravo. Now, because of who this particular blogger is, they tend to do things for clickbait. I honestly did not come back down here and repeat it to y'all because I was like, I can't really trust this person, so I wasn't going to repeat it until I saw it somewhere else. But then earlier today, I saw that allegedly In Touch magazine was reporting that Andy Cohen was in negotiations for his exit package from Bravo, that they allegedly was firing him because of all these lawsuits and things of that nature. And they were negotiating his exit package. But now, as I've been sitting here, they said it's not true. Okay. They said that there's absolutely no truth. And when I say they, I mean the people down to the NBC Universal. They said it's not true. They said that Andy Cohen is not fired, that he is not in any negotiations to leave Bravo. Now, let me say this. We've seen this before, right? We've seen before where the story broke before they wanted it to break. And then they had to come back and sort of do damage control. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not believe that Andy Cohen is in negotiations to leave. It may be true. But let me read you guys what TMZ is reporting. It says Andy Cohen's not leaving Bravo despite rumors claiming he's negotiating a departure package amid legal troubles, with a network rep blasting the unsubstantiated rumors. A spokesperson for Bravo tells TMZ there's absolutely no truth to the rumor that Andy's negotiating an exit from the network, and they're shutting down any such notion as patently false. Sources with direct knowledge also tell us a report that cited an anonymous source to run their headlines is way off base, and none of the info that got published was accurate. The report in question alleged that he was leaving Bravo as a result of the mounting allegations he's been hit with of late in different lawsuits, including claims that by former Housewife star Brandy Glanville and Leah McSweeney. Glanville's lawyers sent a demand letter to NBC back in February, claiming she'd been used by producers over the years to put the network and Andy on notice. McSweeney, meanwhile, claimed Bravo created a toxic work environment and preyed on her alcohol abuse issues for ratings, and claimed that Andy used the Coquiana with housewives and other Bravo stars, allegedly rewarding those who participated in such exploits. Of course, Andy has denied those allegations, and Bravo is fighting the lawsuits. As for Bravo's lead star, he's staying put and isn't going anywhere. Well, let me say this. Time will tell, it always does. So if he is in negotiation, because sometimes, what up, Don? Hey, booby. Sometimes, like I said, these stories come out before they're ready for the stories to come out. And we've seen this happen before, where a story breaks, everybody denies it, and then 2 weeks later, we find out it's true. So what I'm going to say is we don't know if it's true or not. Like, I have absolutely no idea. I could see it both ways, but I don't think that either one of those lawsuits are enough for them to get rid of Andy. Like, I know people don't like Andy. I get all of that, but Andy has, he has his hands in a lot. I mean, they can get rid of him, don't get me wrong, but Leah McSweeney and Brandy Glanville, and remember, we have not heard anybody come back and corroborate either one of them. Like, I haven't heard, have y'all seen any of the housewives saying, yeah, me too? And that doesn't mean it's not true. Let's be clear. That doesn't mean it's not true. But we have not seen an avalanche of people coming out saying, yeah, me too. And let's be clear. Bravo has more than their fair share of disgruntled ex-employees. It's not like they don't have ex-employees that can come out and tell the story. I find it very interesting that Bethany was really quick to push these people out to tell their story. And she done got real quiet too. I think I could see him stepping back before leaving. I think I could see them lessening his role and maybe phasing him out. I could see that. But just to cold turkey fire him, and again, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying absolutely not. But but we'll keep our eye on it, honey. We will keep our eye on it. Now, in some new Diddy news, let's get to the Diddy news. Sean has entered the chat. Now, for those of you who do not know who Sean is the rapper, former Bad Boy rapper who went to jail for the shooting that took place down to the club. What was that, about 20 years ago? Now, the woman who got shot in the face has said she has never changed the story. She has said that, oh, I got to go on lip. She has never changed the story when she said that Diddy was the one who shot her. She said it was not Sean. People have been saying for years that Sean was the fall guy, that Sean was, he took the fall for Diddy, and that he absolutely was not the one that had the weapon that night. So Sean then came down and did an interview where he basically confirmed what everybody already know. Now I'm gonna let y'all hear what Sean had to say, honey. There it is. Let's listen. Now, hold on, y'all. I want to get it to the right place. Give me a second. Because I did a screen record in case the video came up, missing. So give me a second. Let me get it to the right place. Hold on.
When you hear, the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her, that is what is the most remarkable. Oh, you didn't see that? Okay. And that was triggered by a lawsuit from a producer that produced on the Love album, who is making accusations. And in those accusations, he says that the gentleman confessed to the shooting. And that is what stands out to me the most, because, I've done my best to put it behind me and to move forward. But it certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political enemies and, detractors tried to make me into, this criminal. But everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. Everyone knew that was the story. I'm just saying that I maintained my innocence all this time. I said I was defending myself. I didn't get into who did what. But the victim is telling you who did what. And I understand that there are other witnesses.
Is she accurate, sir?
I'm not going to get into that. But it does open wounds. And certainly I am relieved that people are saying what the truth is. That, I did not shoot.
Now, I find it very interesting that he kept saying when they asked him a direct question, he was like, I don't want to get into all of that, but I didn't shoot her. What? He said, well, I don't really want to get into all of that. I'm just glad that the truth is coming out. Well, so did you shoot her? I don't want to get into that, but I didn't shoot her. Sir, just come right out and say it. Just say it. You didn't do it. Like, you think he signed an NDA? Well, I'm not going to say, well, I don't know what he signed. I do think that Diddy took care of him. I do think that if they were to go through his financial records or his family members' financial records, I do think that his family has financially been taken care of. Now, I don't know what kind of paperwork he signed. But I do believe that, yeah, I agree with you on that one, Tracy. But it was just funny to me. I'm listening and he's like, well, did you do it? Well, I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm just glad the truth is coming out. Well, did you shoot that lady? I can't get in all of that. I'm not going to get in all of that, but I didn't shoot her. Like, sir, you could have just left it at that. We get it. But I need y'all to realize something. Now, we've been talking about this Diddy thing for what? 10 months now, since November? That's not 10 months. How many months? 7 months? However many months that is. Y'all do realize. Now, I don't know what Cassie was asking for. Don't know. I have no idea what Cassie was asking for. But y'all do realize that between the Cassie lawsuit and this producer, Lil Rod. Now, we all have our concerns about the Lil Rod lawsuit. However, all that man was asking for was $50,000. Diddy, you pissed $50,000. Belize. He's from Belize. Diddy, you pissed $50,000. Now, because you didn't want to pay this man for his work on the Love album, which I believe he did the work. I'm not saying I believe everything that Lil Rod is saying, but I do believe Lil Rod did the work, right? So rather than pay this man, which we know you have been used to getting away with not paying people for years and years and years, for $50,000, you about to lose everything. Now, I don't know what Cassie was asking for, but whatever Cassie was asking for, I bet he wish he had paid it now. I bet he wish he had paid it now. Now, I don't have no sympathy because I'm not going to say that I think Diddy is guilty of everything he's being accused of. But what I am going to say is I believe that that stuff ain't clean in the buttermilk. I'm going to just say that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Stuff ain't clean in the buttermilk. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Diddy paid him $1 million, $100K. Hold on. $100K for each year he served in prison. Okay, the real Tashi. Okay, boo. Thank you. I believe it. Like I said, I absolutely believe money changed hands. Let's be clear. I absolutely believe money changed. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Ain't nobody gonna tell me no different. Because anybody that is old enough to remember when all that stuff went down, there was always that question. There was always, like, this isn't something that's, like, again, it's just the same thing with the Diddy stuff is the same thing with the R. Kelly stuff. None of this information is new. Now, I mean, some of the detail, like obviously the Cassie lawsuit, like, had all of us like, what? But to hear stories of Diddy out here, you know, exploiting women and not paying people and being violent, like, none of that is new. None of those stories were new, right? None of those stories were new. Now, y'all know I don't care nothing about Trump around these parts. However, even Donald Trump Jr. then got into the Diddy game. Now, I'm going to let y'all hear what he said. I'm not saying that what he's saying is true, okay? I ain't saying that what he's saying is true. But I'm going to let y'all hear what he has said, though. I'm going to let y'all hear what the man said, okay? And this is Donald Trump Jr. talking about his ex-wife and her relationship with Kim Porter. Now, I'm going to let y'all hear it, okay?
So not me directly, but it's my ex-wife actually she was a model in New York, and like she was really good friends with Kim Porter, who was Diddy's wife, the one who died at 47 from pneumonia. And it was like, that's what when that happened, she called me, and this was a couple of years ago now, maybe not even, a couple of years ago, and she called me like, something's up with that. I go, what do you mean? She's like, oh, dude, Kim used to tell me like it was a bad, like there's a lot of weird shit that I didn't even know that, like, but they were like, you know, they'd do photo shoots together or whatever. They were sort of friendly. Like they'd hang out. Like we'd see them out downtown, and like I'd hang out with her. Not so much with, I think it was already sort of over there, but like she was really afraid of him. And it really, like this goes back years. And so like, and she was having these conversations with my ex. I was like, I don't know what, like,
a lot of people believe that whatever happened there happened with the woman afterwards, which was Cassie. And supposedly,
no, like I said, like you sort of don't think about these things until now. You go back and you're like, holy, like I distinctly remember when Vanessa was like, calls me, was like, hey man, Kim Porter died. I go, what? Like we saw her like a couple of weeks, whatever it was, you know, and she goes, yeah, man, she was sort of always in fear of something happening. And I was like, maybe it's natural, but like not a lot of people die at 47 of pneumonia. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Especially people who, you know, obviously
there's a shit ton of rumors.
Again, and I'm actually not trying to fuel any kind of rumor, but I definitely like that's a conversation I had. Like, you know, someone who knew her well, you know, was like friend, like they text, like was like something. She was like something. She's like something. She did not believe that was just natural.
Again, y'all can do what y'all want with Donald Trump Jr. because y'all know I don't give a damn. First of all, that wasn't his wife, so we can start there. Diddy never married Kim Porter, so we can start with that. However, somebody did say something in the chat. Marnie said, remember Donald Trump Jr. did also date Aubrey O'Day. So I feel like he has information and maybe he's trying to put it all over his ex-wife rather than bringing in Aubrey into it, even though Aubrey, she don't care. She talk about Diddy all the damn time. But he did also date her as well. So I'm not saying that just because he's saying it, that makes it true. Let's be clear. I'm not even saying that he knows any insight. He might just be trying to get on the bandwagon. I'm just giving you guys the information because, again, it's just not looking good for Diddy. It's just not. Now, I'm not saying that there are any federal charges that's going to come down the pike. I'm just saying it ain't looking good. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. It's 243 people in the room. I think we got up to almost 300 people at one point. So I hope we have it over 200 likes, you guys. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Thank you, W, for becoming a member. Remember that donations are not required, but they are accepted and appreciated. with that being said, we'll be back in an hour, you guys, to talk about OJ part 2 of the documentary. We only got 175 likes. Come on, y'all. If you haven't hit the like button, can you hit it on your way out the door, please? Don't forget to come back in an hour so we can do the OJ Simpson part 2. It was very heavy, and actually we're going to get into him and Nicole and the abuse. So when we talk about women who leave people and go back and leave and go back, we're going to get into it. Thank you, Abby. Hit it on your way out. Hit it on your way out. Bye. I'll see y'all in an hour. Peace.